Their pregame rituals getting loose well before we're underway. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. And tonight we'll see the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Sacramento Kings here in Golden One Center. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. A moment now to check out some numbers for Trey Murphy.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. And it's Messi in at the center position. And for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Monk is out there with Levine, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward. Stan, for coaches who are on the hot seat, how in the world do they stay focused?
Well, Kevin, I think, look, most coaches have very thick skins. You're going to get criticized every day. You have to know that when you get into the profession, and you just got to stay focused on the things you can control. And my brother always used to tell me, don't worry about criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from.
That's pretty good advice in itself.
It is.
Goodness. And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. So, Coach, thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game, sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Pass to McCollum. New Orleans moving the ball around. Williamson a screen on Levine. And the basket by McCollum.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Monk. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Levine against McCollum. Fires from deep. Sacramento grabs the miss. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Kings head coach gave me a few minutes, so I wanted to know what his plans were for going up against C.J. McCollum. Coach said outsmarting him isn't really an option. He added, I think we'll just try to throw size at him so his shots aren't coming easy and his sight lines are disrupted. So he's looking to challenge McCollum as much as possible. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's Williamson after the basket by Sabonis. And that one's good, Williamson.
Yeah, that's Zion's bread and butter. Absorbing and dishing out contact inside.
Here's DeRozan. A second chance effort. Kick out to Levine. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Levine's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Let's take a quick look at the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Averaging 22 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Alvarado with it. Monk defending. Williamson outside. Shot clock at 6. There's the screen. McCollum. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DeRozan. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, look, DeRozan, for his size, an excellent ball handler, able to create his own look.
Now here's McCollum. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Pass to Alvarado. The tray. Sacramento grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. That did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Here's Alvarado. Following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Nisi, no good, unable to end this run. And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And that one misses. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. There's the pick. Pass to Nisi. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
He's more than capable of running an offense. McCollum is a combo guard who you trust with the ball.
DeRozan passes to LaVine. Sabonis sets the pick for LaVine. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
McCollum outside. Williamson double team. Pass to Boston. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Lets the three fly. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, Murphy essentially lives on the arc. His job is to provide his team with consistent outside shooting.
Now, here's Sabonis. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And here's DeRozan. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Carter, he's checked in for LaVine. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Hawkins is checked in. Pelicans trail by 5. Williamson outside. Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Sabonis. His last 10 games have been exceptional. First in rebounding. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. First trip to the line for him here.
B.J. Boston, 2 shots.
The first one falls. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. And In the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history, guys.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update.
Often DeRozan attacks in motion, but he clearly can spot up as well.
Williamson against Murray. From downtown, the Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Another shot, clock at 6. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now here is Carter. Still scoreless. Ellis surveying the D. His first shot coming late. Here's Boston. Pass to Williamson.
2 minutes remaining in first.
1:56 left to play here in the first. Lays it up off the glass.
Throwing his weight around in there, Zion Williamson.
Williamson with the block. New Orleans moving it around. Rejected by Murray. Carter down low. He's covered by Hawkins. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. For New Orleans, their last game a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. And he comes up with the deuce.
And this team encourages Zion to be assertive inside. They know how skilled and overpowering he can be. Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Williamson. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Hits it from three-point range.
This speaks to how confident Murphy is. Excellent at recognizing when to take these shots.
Carter finds Murray. Carter with a screen on Williamson. Murray the pass to Carter. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. No block shot. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists tonight.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Here's Boston. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
It's been all about Domantas Sabonis for the Sacramento Kings. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Kings.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
So for New Orleans right now, we've got Hawkins. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Green. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Boston in at the 3 spot. Sacramento leading by 3. In the corner, it's Levine. McCollum against Carter. Back to Levine for 3. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, Levine is a volume three-point shooter for a reason. More often than not, he's going to make that.
Hawkins passes to McCollum. Olenek, a screen on Carter. Here's McCollum. Nails the 16-footer. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Well, you just got to love the control McCollum possesses on those in-between jumpers.
A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Levine's shot is off.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
A three from McCollum, and it's Laravia with the rebound.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Valanciunas.
Rocking that rim. Jonas Valanciunas, the very big man from Lithuania.
And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Monk's checked in for the Kings. And the Pelicans also making a change. Alvarado's checked in. McCollum outside. Green with a screen from McCollum. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Well, whether he's scoring or passing, McCollum is extremely skilled at running the pick and roll.
Outside, Levine. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Yeah, that was a close one. In the end, they came away with the loss, and a big reason why was because their starters just kept fouling.
Sacramento making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Austin, no good. Sacramento leading by 6. The drive by Ellis. Sabonis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And it's Alvarado in the corner. And so the ball's out of bounds. Monk touched it last, they say. Here's Alvarado. Monk defending. McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. Green with a screen on Ellis. And a wide open look for McCollum.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Monk, the pass to Laravia. Monk with a screen on Green. Knocked loose. Olenek with the steal. Driving the lane. McCollum. Green in the high post. It's McCollum on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. Out that one, the Sacramento lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from McCollum.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Levine gets the bucket. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Green with a screen from McCollum. Pass to Boston. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Olenek, a screen on Ellis. A 3 from McCollum. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Levine can't hit. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets. To the inside. McCollum outside. Beautiful reverse layup. And now just a 2-point Kings lead.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 13.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Alvarado with it. No scoring in this one. McCollum against Ellis. McCollum no good. Kings leading now by 4. And Levine, here we go. That one good for 2. 15 points for Zach Levine.
Well, taking it into his own hands right there. Levine doing a great job getting to the rim.
Now Alvarado. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Ellis with some nice D. Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And so here's New Orleans following the 3 from Sabonis. McCollum with the screen on Monk. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now Williamson after Zach Levine missed from long range. In the corner, Murray with it. Here's the 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. A 3 from McCollum. Here's Messi. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here's Levine. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland. And DeRozan kicks to Levine. Sabonis inside. Pass to DeRozan. Monk for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from
On the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bean passes to Sabonis. From about 16, Pelicans with the rebound. Williamson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And good that time. And now just a 3-point Kings lead. And so it's Zach Levine making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, DeMontis. This team was efficient in the first half. What's working offensively?
Everyone knew today's an NBA game. We all came out focused and we're playing team basketball. We're sharing the ball, and that's working for us.
We got a lot of weapons there, DeMontis. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And greetings from the 2K studios. Here at halftime, the Sacramento Kings in a tight game.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's wonderful to watch, Shaq.
Yeah, no Tyler Ball from them. That's why they're getting the good looks. Get it, Tyler Hero?
Tyler Ball, Hero Ball.
I knew you would understand, Ernie.
Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up in the Western Conference.
Checking out the Kings. Guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Monk, and it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Kings moving the ball around. There's Sabonis. Outside for Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Murray's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Williamson a screen on Monk. And it's Alvarado missing. Kings leading now by 4. Monk with the ball, now defended by McCollum. LaVine's shot is off.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Williamson a screen on Monk. Pass to Misi. Shot clock at 3. Here's Alvarado. No good on the triple. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Bean passes to Sabonis. Back to LaVine. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Mr. Williamson. McCollum outside. A floater. No good that time. Kings leading now by 7. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. DeRozan passes to Sabonis. Over McCollum. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist from DeRozan. Sabonis has got the lead up to 9 now for Sacramento. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it, but at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for the Kings. Bucket is good.
Tried to get in there using his height. Murphy working through the defense.
For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
Pelicans trail by 7. And here is Williamson. He's got 13. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Forcing his way to the free throw line. Zion is so tough to handle. So strong and athletic.
So Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something. Pass to Nisi. Here's Alvarado. Hasn't made one yet. Williamson double team. Monk grabs the board. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here's DeRozan. He's defended by Alvarado. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, you know DeRozan will find his shots. All you can do is try to make them tough.
Now here's McCollum. 16 points for him. Williamson a screen on Levine. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Jonas Valanciunas.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. On top of being such a great mid-range shooter, Stan, DeMar DeRozan has earned a reputation for also being a timely scorer. He performs well in the clutch.
Yeah, I was on the wrong end of that too many times, Kevin. DeMar ranks in the top 5 among players in clutch buckets made for his career, and he was given the nickname King of the Fourth.
Oh, I like that.
Well, Levine is out there to finish plays, but if a guy is open, he'll make the extra pass.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Kings.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
And the basket by McCollum.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Murray outside. DeRozan for three. Pelicans with the rebound. Williamson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
They double-team McCollum. Kicks it out to Williamson. Shot from the top of the key. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Now just a 5-point Kings lead. Now let's get an update on Domantas Sabonis. What's the status there, David?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Kings. Now, he told me that it's a knee sprain. It's definitely painful, but it's fortunate it wasn't worse. And this is a huge blow. This wasn't the best roster in the NBA coming into the season. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
Sacramento making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for New Orleans. Hawkins comes in for Trey Murphy. And so McCollum nails both of them.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
2 minutes remaining.
DeRozan against Williamson. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And so he makes both from the line. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Williamson is screen on Carter. Here's McCollum. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got 25 points in the game.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Valanciunas against Olynyk. And Valanciunas kicks to Carter. Rosen dishes to Levine. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 23 points for Zach Levine. Pelicans trail by 9. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Williamson with the screen for McCollum.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Zion Williamson. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Putting up about 25 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
And the Kings making a change here. Laravia's checked in, and then for New Orleans, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Green in for Williamson. Carter against McCollum. Outside, Levine. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, we've seen Levine put up 25-plus per game for a season. This guy is on the short list of the best wing scorers.
McCollum outside. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the third. Stolen by Carter.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do. McCollum with the ball.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Kings lead by 12. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. Jose Alvarado is out there with Hawkins. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Robinson Earl in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. But no one around him misses the 3.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Nice move. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
The length of Murphy can be surprising. He's 6'8" with a good wingspan.
To the paint, there's Levine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Well, one thing with Levine, you love the way he can attack at all 3 levels on the floor.
Pass to Alvarado. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Monday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Alvarado. Monk defending, and the shot goes in. Alvarado's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Monk left side. Now here's Levine. T right on him, and it's Lyles in the corner. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lyles got the lead up to 12 now for the Kings.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
From deep. Rebound by the Kings. Outside, Levine. Pass to Monk. Valanciunas with a screen on Hawkins. Alvarado with the steal. Here's Robinson Earl. Monk defending. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Murray's checked in for White. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. Moves back up. Got a hand on it. Now Hawkins. With some arc. No good that time. Nice D from Levine. Kings leading now by 11. And here is Monk. Valanciunas inside. Pass to Monk. Tries again. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 5th assist in this one.
And you see the improvement in that mid-range game by Ball. He really wants to be a knockdown threat from all 3 levels on the floor.
DeMar DeRozan is checked in for Ellis. The Pelicans also changing it up. Zion Williamson's checked in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Javonte Green comes in for Trey Murphy. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Hawkins. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Levine. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Levine's got 18 points just in the second half. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Alvarado. Kept alive. Second chance shot. Green with the ball. It's stolen by Monk. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. Fires the 3. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Green with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Murray against Williamson. On the wing, Green. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Timeout, Sacramento. Ellis is checked in for the Kings. Kings leading now by 11. Bean passes to Monk. Down low. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Monk. Monk's got 3 assists now in this one. New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Williamson against DeRozan. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Kings have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Ellis outside. Pass to Monk. Kings moving the ball around. DeRozan inside. Working on Williamson. DeRozan's shot is off. The drive by Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. DeRozan against Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he makes the first.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Williamson against DeRozan. Stolen by Levine. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got the fast break chance. Monk's shot's good.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Well, as a coach, you're always telling your guys to play hard. That's what we need.
Williamson is screen on Monk. Alvarado with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Williamson. He's looking for Ellis and finds him. 1:37 left to play in the final quarter. Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Kings.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Valanciunas. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Lyles sets a screen for Carter. Three-pointer. Boston grabs the miss. And it's the Pelicans' ball. They trail by 14. Here is Hawkins from the arc. And another 3 for New Orleans. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Zach. There's been some tough losses of late, but tonight you got the win. How resilient is your group?
You got to be a pro. You know, you got to come out here and we got to do our job. And, you know, we find out we had to get this win. We got to stop losing these games that we can win. And, you know, we got to get back on track.
Well, this is step one, man, in that process. So congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Zach LaVine.